Welcome. It is kind of an intense time energetically. We're going to do an oracle reading and song today, and yeah, it's 8/8. I remember in 2008 I did a very special ceremony at this little cafe in my neighborhood. So it's kind of special. It's really cool. It's like, geez, 9 years later. 9 years later. Yeah, it was 8/8. 08, 08, 08, 08. I think that's what I called my event too. So apparently, I don't know all the astrology to it. I certainly don't remember all of it, but I did post on my personal Facebook about it. I think I made it public too, which is Brenda MacIntyre. Anyways, so I'm going to start off by smudging all of us and my cards, and then we'll see what comes out today. Whoops. What comes out is a broken match. Maybe after the broken match, and my chair doing it. My chair has a mind of its own in my office here. Okay, here we go. I always like to start by smudging, and then we'll get going. So we have big flames again. That happened one other time, and we got a fire card. I don't know what's going to happen today. No idea. But welcome to those of you who are watching live, and to those of you watching later. So I'm going to smudge myself first, and then I'll smudge everyone else as well. And I'm wearing my old glasses. My progressive lenses are not that progressive, I find. I can't read with them like I'm supposed to. Anyway, so whatever, if you have an intention or a question in your mind right now, hold that and put that into the smoke. The smoke takes our prayers up to the Great Spirit, up to Source. I believe that Source is in all directions, but that's traditionally what we would say. It just takes our prayers, our intentions up to Creator, the Great Spirit, Source, God, Goddess, and then we can have them answered. So I am going to smudge my cards. For those of you who might be a bit new to me and to oracle readings, these are my own cards. They're based on Indigenous teachings of the medicine wheel, and they're also based on 13 of my healing songs, which is why I say that it's a medicine song oracle reading. I actually do them individually as well, but the oracle reading I'm talking about is going to be for all of you. Usually I do a one card reading, but if Spirit throws cards out of the deck, then I'll read those too. Whatever happens, happens. And yeah, I just always trust, and really cool stuff happens a lot. I don't know if I can top what happened the last couple of times, but you can watch those videos too if you want. We'll be posting them later on my YouTube, which is youtube.com/Brenda MacIntyre with an MAC. So I'm just shuffling them up. Actually, you know what? Before I totally shuffle them, I always like to share just a little bit so you have a bit of an understanding of the cards and what they mean. So here, this is a water card. It's water. You can see the blue edge on it. The blue outline is because of it being in the west. And you'll notice there's no words on this one, and that's because it's a visualization card. It's called visioning. If you can see the words, I don't know. Facebook isn't really that clear, but visioning is actually the title of the song. And then you'll see the direction is also there. So that's the blue ones. They're visualization. They're all about self-trust, emotions, water. Usually start in the west, but I'm just like finding cards and telling you. So this is east. East is yellow. It's always yellow. It's always an affirmation card, because east is actually it's the doorway we enter from. So when you're born, you come in the eastern direction. When you go into a sweat lodge, which I'm going to be doing in a couple weeks, you enter from the east direction. This is my teachings that I know. And it depends on, doesn't mean that any other elder or medicine person or traditional teacher has the wrong teachings. It depends on where you get your teachings, and we all have different ones. So, but East is about air in my teachings, and air is about thoughts, beliefs, mindset. So that's why it's an affirmation card. It's also about new beginnings, because yeah, we start there. We start there when we're born. So that's East. North, and some of my cards are oblong like this. North is an activity card, and it's really showing up super white. Oh, that looks better. So it's white because, yeah, north also equals snow, right? And what north is about in this deck, it's about earth and the element earth, and also about what we have to do to be in our physical bodies on the planet. So activity cards, things that we have to do as human beings to get along in our lives. So that's what these are. They're always activity cards. So that's north. And then south, oh, let me show you a different one because you already saw a visioning card. South, they're red. They're red. Red is fire. Fire is all about passion, creativity. It's also in this deck actually about the sacred feminine. And in a lot of traditions that fire is more of a masculine element, but in this deck that was what I was given. I got a spiritual download in 2008 for these cards and for the music to be with it. I didn't know what the songs would be yet, but it all sort of poof, like they gave it to me. I wrote down this big chart with colors and everything, and that's how they wanted me to do it. So the deck was born finally in 2015 in October. So it's coming around to its second birthday. Yeah. So south is also, yes, fire. I did mention that. There's also wild cards. If we get one, I'll talk about it. If we get one, I'll tell you what they're all about. But now I'm going to shuffle. So whether you're watching this live or later, like just have those intentions, or if you have that question, or if you just want to be open and see what comes through for you. And that's actually a key with these cards. This is not about telling your future. It's not like that. It's about helping you to trust yourself, and it's about helping you to find your voice. I've had to find my voice pretty much all my life. It's been about finding my voice, and so that's what I teach, because I've been living it for all my life, and I've been teaching it for about 18 years to women. So that, of course, right? That's what my deck would be about, is helping you find your voice. Because everything else I do is about that too. I'm already there. They told me I'm done. And there's something about the fact that the way that I was just shuffling, which I do. I shuffle it like that fancy way that I learned when I was a kid. The bridge shuffle or whatever, I don't know. But there's something about the bridge. There's something about today being a bridge, which makes sense because it is a portal open today called the Lion's Gate, which does every year on 0808. And that's what we're in the middle of right now, like some super intense energies, because we have the lunar eclipse as well as the solar eclipse going on. Like there's a lot going on this whole month, and I mean this whole year for sure too. But yeah, there's a lot happening right now. So I'm seeing that there's three cards actually. There's three. Don't sneak back in the deck. So I trust my intuition. I've learned to do that over the years, and that's something I actually teach in my Oracle deck course, because it's really important, and we forget that we're so powerful with our intuition. It lives in our bodies, and we forget that it's there. And it's so quiet sometimes that we don't realize, you know, when that inner voice is speaking. So it's important to find our outer voice, our physical talking human voice, but it's also important to find our intuitive voice, our inner voice, and listen to that and take action on it, right? So let me see what the three cards are. I'm gonna as I pick them, I'm gonna play the song, play a little bit of the song for you. Okay, so the first one is Woman in the North, and I just get this big rush of energy right now when I look at them, like, holy, this is really powerful. Something to do with women's energy, like right now. So women in the north, and I love this one actually. It's an activity card, of course, because it's north, right? I'll show it to you in a moment, but I want to read it to you. And this is an activity I really would love it if you all do. Reach out today to a woman in your life and tell her how amazing she is. Connect to you first, inner you. Connect to you first. Open your heart and connect with her on a heart-to-heart level. I just love that. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I walk my talk. If I tell you guys to do something, I gotta do it too. So reach out today to a woman in your life and tell her how amazing she is. I love it. Woman is an honor song, and I'm going to start playing it in a second, and then I'll show you the card. Like, no suspense or anything, right? So here, this is Woman here. Oh, that's fine. There you go. So this is the card. Trying to get it all even so you can see it. Facebook's a little bit weird that way. So it's an honor song for women, and it really is. It's about the sacred feminine within all of us, no matter what your gender is. So next card. And then I'll play the song of that card too. And that's my good friend Lillian Allen, spoken word artist and poet and Juno Award winner. Yeah, my good friend. She's the one who's doing the spoken word on here. I was really blessed to have her on the album. So the next one is Starlight in the West. And this is actually one of my favorite songs, and it's my one song that's been in documentaries. For some reason, this is the one they pick all the time. It's been in, I think, 4 documentaries so far. For this card, before I tell you anything more, I want you to just see what you see and trust yourself. Trust what you see. And I'm just gonna fade out the song, and I wanna actually, you know what? I'm gonna leave this here, hopefully. It won't drift off when I move. I'm going to put this on for you because I want you to hear it. Because when you get a visualization card, that's the idea. You listen to the song while you're visualizing, well, literally like looking at the card and see what stands out to you. Is it the color? Is it something about the painting itself? Is it the word starlight? Does that mean something to you? Is it the fact that it's in the West? So pay attention to what is there for you, and then I'll share a bit about the card after. Way-ah, 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 way-oh. Whoa, way-ah, way-ah, way-ah. Way-ah, way-ah, oh, way-ah, 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 yeah, way-ah, way-ah, way-ah. Huh. This is the version with the, this is so funny. I'm listening to this, I'm going, where's my harmonies? This must be an earlier version before we went to press with the CD. Because it usually has harmonies in it and stuff, yeah. But I'm going to share with you a little bit about the song, and if you want, put in the comments about what you're getting for yourself. But Starlight is about being who you are in a really super big way. It's about no more holding back. It's about screw what everybody else thinks. Just do you. Be you. And just let that out. Let yourself, like this is a starburst, just poof, like just shooting out. Like let your inner star burst out of you. Because a lot of times we're holding back and we're trying to like fit in and we're trying to make sure that we're following the rules, and which is usually a good thing, but not always when it comes to the mainstream. And I won't go into the whole story of this song, but when I got it, I was in one of those kind of a hard time where I was not feeling like that at all. I was feeling like I shouldn't be myself, and you know, maybe I shouldn't sing the songs the way that I do, and blah blah blah, because I was getting a lot of flack from the community for doing it my way. But you know what? We're here to do it our way. We're here to do to be who we are. We're here to be who we are. Nobody can do that except you, right? So that's really important. And I love that it's coming up now, that this is a watery time right now in the West, because West is all about water, it's about emotions. Well, so is the full moon. And in the full moon ceremonies that we do, we always have water. It's always like connected to the water. And the full moon is connected to, Grandmother Moon is connected to our water so much that she pulls it around. And that's why you have things like lots of accidents and people acting a little crazy around the full moon. So it's a scientific fact as well as a spiritual fact. So yeah, so it's a good time for us to be mindful and really think about what we want to let go and feel into what we want to be, who we want to show up as in the world. Yeah. So that's that card. And I got a third one. This one, there is no song for. And there we go, perfect, right at the end of the song. So I did get a wild card, and I'm going to share with you. So this is a functional card. If you want to know my website and stuff, there it is. If you want to know how to reach me, there it is. That's the information, medicinesongwoman.com, about the author and artist. So it tells you a little bit about me. So that's one of my cards in the deck. I'm a very functional person. So whatever I'm creating, I want it to have a use to it. So it's not just an about the author card. Some people might think that's what it is, but it's not. There's 4 wild cards in the deck. 2 of them have writing on it. And it's really funny because when people get this card, they're often disappointed because they want to get one of those beautiful paintings and they didn't get the painting. And then they're like, what is this supposed to mean, right? Like this is, and it does mean something. So wild cards, no matter what is on it, if there's writing or not, always about getting wild. So it's cool that we got Starlight and we got the wild card, because that totally is talking about bringing your wildness out. Letting yourself be wild, because we are wild by nature. We are. We have domesticated ourselves, and that's okay, but we got to let that wild child out sometimes. We just have to do that. So that's what this one is about. The fact that it's an about the author and artist card, that is the question to you is, what is your story? What is the story you're telling yourself about yourself? Because we have stories that go on, but then we also have empowering stories about ourselves, right? Like if you were to write your about page for your website, whether you have one or not, what would that say on it? What are your things that you're really proud of yourself about, that you love about yourself? What are the things that light you up, that make you you? So that's what this really is encouraging you to look at, which for me totally makes sense why you would get this card as well, because both of them are about going into you. Wow, I'm getting tears as I say that. When that happens, I'm like, spirit's really strong in here. So it's a time to be yourself, letting yourself be yourself. And so I'm going to show them all 3 to you, and this is our reading of the week, and it is our 8/8 reading. So I know by the time you see this on YouTube, it will be after 8/8, and that's fine, because the energies of the day are still embedded into this reading. And what we're doing here. And it's so funny. Like, I thought, okay, I don't have my drum out right now, running out of time. I'm going to go get my shaker just in case. Some of my songs, I don't know, sometimes iTunes acts up. But no, I got a wild card. So for me, what, whoops, wrong one. The wild card, what that also means for me, if I'm doing a reading for someone, and if I want to share the song for each card, that means I need to just channel a song. So you guys are getting a little bonus today. So I'm going to just channel a very short medicine song for all of you. And again, if you have that intention or a question or anything that is coming to mind that you want support around from your guides, from spirit, from source, I like to call them your higher realm support team. That's what I call them. But if you would like a little bit of healing energy for yourself, and that's what these songs, when I channel them, that's what happens for people. So I'm just going to do a short one. Hopefully it'll be short because I'm trying to keep these videos a bit short. And if you want, you can close your eyes, or you could leave them open and focus on a point in front of you, whatever you feel called to do. And I close my eyes because I'm going inward and I'm focusing on bringing this out to you. So just take a nice big belly breath in and out, and then let yourself kind of settle in. And ground yourself, just connecting your feet to the floor or to the ground wherever you are. Way ya ha, hey ya, hey ya ha. Away ya ha, hey ya, hey ya ha. Away ya ha, hey ya ha. Away ya ha, ya ha. Hi ya ha. Away ya ha, ya ha. Away ya ha, ya ha. Hi ya, hey ya ha. Hi ya, hey ya ha. Away ya, hey ya, hey ya. Hi ya, away, ya, away, ya, hey, ya, hey, ya, aha. All right, so just breathing that in, letting it kind of fall on you like raindrops, the vibrations, just soaking it up, letting yourself release whatever no longer fits right now, and bring in whatever does, whatever really is part of you and your life right now and needs to be there for you. So just breathing. And yeah, and make sure you're grounded. You can do that by eating something nutritious or even junk food. Honestly, sometimes that does it. Chocolate's very good for grounding, especially if it's really good chocolate. And yes, touch the floor with your feet. Feel a surface in front of you, or just give yourself a nice big hug. And that will help you to bring you back into your body if you went journeying. So lots of love to all of you, and I'll see you next week. And it will be Monday. I usually do these Monday, but it was a civic holiday here in Canada, so I took it off. That was my day off. So I will see you next week on Monday, and have yourselves a great rest of the week.